So this is the scenario. This is the problem. I'm gonna try to unlock the doors right now, and nothing. Lock. Nothing. The lights do flash, but you're not hearing the doors lock. You're not hearing the actuators activate. Cool. Next, put key in the ignition. Immediately after you put the key in the ignition, you don't hear no sound or anything. That the key is in there. Mash the brake. Press ignition. Try to start. Nothing. See that? What is causing that problem?
2 hours later.
Not really.
It's a game. It's a rich thing.
All right, so now that you guys see the problem, we're going to pretty much show you how to fix the problem and how to diagnose the problem. Pretty much I knew what the problem is. I've seen this before, but it's just to create the whole scenario and show you guys how to fix it. I'm sure a lot of you are experiencing this issue, you're not sure what it is, but these are pretty much tools you're going to need just to solve the problem. So right here, the first tool you definitely need, a matter of fact, buying any car, your first tool you should always invest in is a scan tool. And my favorite is Blue Driver. This pretty much going to run you, I think, 115, something like that. Blue Driver the community is pretty great. Pretty straightforward. Codes come up. It gives you everything you need. If you put in a brand new battery, you could use it to register the battery stuff for it. So it's a great tool to have. This one right here is the best one. Everybody should have one of these in their car. To run you $8, I think, and pretty much it gives you a straight drive just to let you know what is what, how you know your battery is good, how you know your battery is not good, so on. Battery's weak, full, half, you see it, everything is there. Come on guys. Alternator, same thing. Now that we covered the tools you're going to need, this is where we're at right now. There's only 2 things that can cause this problem right now, and you can turn this into 3 things can cause this problem if you haven't done it already. So right now, if you're just experiencing this problem while you're driving, boom, you just got up one morning and just start, there's only 2 things that can cause this problem: your battery or your alternator. Now, if you jump start your car, you can cause a 3rd problem. You will fry your footwell module. If you fry your footwell module, things that's not going to work. Your windows won't work. You won't have lightings in the fixture. You won't have dash light, roof light, headlights won't come on. Stuff like that will not work. And you'll definitely have to get the module replaced or fixed, and that can run you 300 to 600. All right. So always attach grounds first, and now we're gonna connect positive. Bam. And if we check the reader, it will let you know the battery is low. The fact that the battery is low, it means the battery is being drained. Now this right here is a brand new battery. I bought this battery pretty much a week ago, and I have not driven this car since I bought this battery. I have not driven this car in hella months, to be honest with you, because I have other vehicles to drive and I'm just doing hella modifications pretty much. So now that we know the battery's low, but remember, this is a brand new battery, so therefore I know the problem is not the battery. The problem is definitely the alternator. Yes, your alternator is a problem. Now, let me point out something to you guys real quick. You can go ahead and buy a brand new alternator and replace it. When you're going online to buy your alternator, be careful. You have specific alternator with specific power output. You need 180. You need 180. You have others. I would always recommend to buy Bosch alternator. Don't go for some no-name brands, please guys. Bosch. Just buy a brand. There is going to be a core charge. The reason why there's a core charge, I mean, it's an alternator. Once you return your old alternator, they pretty much refund you back that core charge. Now, here's another thing you don't know. Alternators are pretty much being refurbished and sent back out in market. So once you give them their old one, they take it in, they just replace a few parts that probably damaged. The coil is pretty much always good. It's probably just the brush in the top, and just replace it. In my case, I was going to replace the alternator, but then this video wouldn't be good. So earlier I told you guys the problem was the alternator, but I didn't really explain what on the alternator is the problem. I pretty much just replace the alternator, right? But if you're going to just fix the alternator, you need to know what part you're going to look for. I'm going to put it in the description. The problem with your alternator, the reason that you're having all of this problem right here, is your voltage regulator, which is this boy right here. This boy could run you and this is the important part on the alternator. This is the part that's core charge pretty much. I paid $45 for this, $45 pretty much. 60, 50, that's a average price bracket. Anything under 100 is pretty good. Anything over 100, you're being overcharged. And yes, O'Reilly's and AutoZone are overcharging on this item because it's a BMW part. Not only that, it's Bosch, and because Bosch is a big brand, you know, they're gonna charge you. So this is just the item we need to replace in the alternator, and then everything will be good. You have to buy Bosch brand. The reason why, when you go to Checklight, it's going to give you some stupid error codes. And also, if you do not use Bosch alternator, you're going to have some serious power voltage problem because you're not getting the full output that you're supposed to get. Problems that you will have when your alternator start failing: your water pump stop working. Water pump is the first one to go. It start cutting off power on half of the electronics on the car. Pretty much that's what's happening. It cuts off electronics power. You start having overheating problem. If your car is the N51, the secondary air pump, you have malfunction right there. Watch this video to the end, get the items that you need, replace the part, and your problem will be solved. As I said, the problem is pretty much your alternator. Once you replace the alternator, you're pretty good. And but this is just the item part in the alternator I need to replace, and I am going to do it right now actually. All right, so before you remove your alternator, remove the grounds off the battery. I'm definitely going to charge this battery because, as I said, it's new, so I definitely don't need to replace. So for those who don't know, pointers, once you remove the earbox, just always put something in there just to block it in case something drop in there. It doesn't go in, block it off. Second, there's a tensioner right here. You will need a T55, which this is a T55. Put in your rectangle, push it right in here, and then you're going to pull it to the back, or I would say push it to the right. It's going to release tension off the belt. Slide off the belt off this tensioner right here. Slide it off this one. Don't try to get it off here. Don't try to get it off any of these. Slide it off there. Once you slide it off there, you just take it off the alternator and you're pretty good. Right here, there's 4 bolts for you to remove. These are aluminum. Be careful. Normally they always said don't reuse back the aluminum bolts, but then if you have torque wrench, you can torque them back to spec. Don't make them too tight. Trust me, you don't want to tighten anything too tight, and then once you go in, it's still turning when it's too tight. Boy, you don't want them problems. Trust me. But this is pretty much how to remove the alternator. This is a vacuum hose. You just really need to click on the top, hold down, and just pull. This right here. Just press, hold down, and pull just to get that part off. So that part is not off. The connector for the alternator, there's a clip under the bottom. I know you can't see it. This is the connector. There's a clip right here. You just need to press the back part right here. Let's see if I can show it right here. So you just need to squeeze the back top and just pull, and it will definitely come off. And you just remove this bolt right here. Remember, disconnect your battery before you remove this, because if there's grounds on anything in here, it will shorts out a whole lot of stuff in your car, and the footwell modulator will get F. So be careful, guys. Remove the battery before you go in the engine room to do anything. And there it is, alternator removed. Something you should know, all the bolts are the same length. So if you're worrying about that, they're the same length, so you can't make any mistakes. Pretty much, you can't make any mistake. So, this is the part we need to get to, the top right here. So we're gonna need T20. So I remove all the T20 that holds down the cover for the alternator, and now I just need to remove all these four T20s right here. I need to remove that holds on the power regulators. All right, so now that I remove all those T20s, I could just take this guy off. All right, so this is the old one, something I want you guys to pay attention to. So if you look carefully, look at the brush. You see the brush in the back? You realize that one is higher than one. You can see that? If I should turn it there, there you go. One is definitely higher than one, so you could tell that's your problem. Furthermore, it is supposed to be a bit longer. So this one been going for a while. Hence the reason you don't need to replace your alternator. Just replace this boy right here. Now, here's a new one. Just for a quick comparison, here's a new one. As you can see, both same length. See that? The old one. And as you can see on this guy right here, I just saw it. Oh, see? Bosch right there. And for the new one, there it is. Bosch right there. And there's another part where it has the Bosch also. There it is. So let's put on the new one. All right, so let me explain real quick. The new one gonna seem a bit hard to go on, but it's not hard to go on. You have to push the brushes in and slide it down, and then you can you could just push it on properly. But you have to push back the brushes in. Once you push the brushes in, then it will just slide on. Right here, to tighten this area, there are 4 T20, if you guys remember, you remove, but then you probably don't remember that they're different size. So the 2 short one goes to the front, the 2 long one goes to the back, pretty much. So this long one right here, this other long one right in the back right there, and you just tighten up, put everything back together. There we are, complete. So we replace the power regulator. See that, guys? Put it back together. Now we just need to put it back in the car. All right, put back the alternator. I like to run in the bolts with my hand after I set the 2 top ones. Run in the lower ones with my hand, just run them in. We just need to put just a little. All right, cool. They're running with my hand. The top ones, I definitely can't use my hand to run in the top ones, but once I run in the lower ones, I'm pretty much good. Now, all I need to do is just slide. I do have, but I know what. I've done this so many times, I pretty much know how much pressure I should put on this. And there it is. One more. There it is. And you're doing something for a while, you could just tell. But have the right tools, guys. Have the right tools. Get the job done with the right tools. All right, no, that's tightened. And yeah, just need to plug this guy back on. Just push it on. Boom. Don't you hear that clip? Now, the hard part, putting back the belt. Trust me, this is a 2-man's job, putting on back the belt. If it's you alone, it's gonna be a bit hard, but you can get it done. Stressful. All right, let's do the back part first. So, gotta come over this. Bring it around, come up over the alternator. Make sure the belt is right in the groove, set in the groove, and one in the back is already set. We just need to set this one back under here, set. Just need to put some pressure on it now and get it right back here under the tensioner. So as I said, This is a two-hand job, and I pretty much can't hold the phone and do this just to get battery belt on over this one. So let me do this real quick. All right, if you're by yourself, you can definitely do this. I wish there was a way I could set up this camera so you guys could see when I connect this sucker. All right, so after I put some pressure here, pull it back. All I have to do is use the one hand and slide this guy back on. Once you slide it on, push it all the way to the back. Tension is there. That's good. That's all you need. Just all the way. Don't push it too far back. Just make sure you center it. So once you center it, you're good. Everything else is in groove. All right, run that bolt on. Now use my 14. It's tightened. Okay, that's tight. See that? That's tight. No need to do any more on that. Everything is good in this area. Could pull this boy out now. All right, when putting on by your earbox, make sure you turn the strap upwards. Get the strap all the way up here so you can get that on real easy. Just to tighten that part. It's supposed to pretty much sit right in that spot right there, as you can see. Now that the voltage regulator is being replaced, the battery is charged up. Now we're just putting the key. There's a magic sound we should hear in the first place. Start. There it is. Yes, sir. Problem solved. Remember, guys, once you replace your voltage regulator, man, you'll be good to go.